Hello, it's about 9 in the morning and I'm sitting in the shade because it's already quite bright in the rest of the garden, which you'll see in a moment, but sitting in the shade of our willow tree here, it's really rather nice. So the last couple of days have been, they've been super busy and super quiet at the same time. Does that make sense? I don't know. Haven't done an awful lot out here, certainly haven't been moving heavy stuff around. I've got Mr. J to do all the moving and stuff, but I have been enjoying watching this squash grow. Look at this. We've got several of these now. I'm really pleased. And even around this side, where most of the Greek gigantis beans are, I popped in an extra cane and trained part of the squash up it here. And as you can see, it is rewarding us with some very nice fruits. And the other thing I did yesterday was to sort this bed out. This has been covered for the last 8 or 9 months with weed suppressing membrane, and when I had a look at it yesterday, the weeds were completely cleared. Now obviously all the seeds are still in the soil, so I put a couple of bags of shop bought compost on it and a wheelbarrow of homemade compost on it, so that's given me about a 2-inch layer on here. And so I've planted up some Swiss chard. We were talking the other day about I don't actually like the leaves of Swiss chard, but I do like the stems roasted. So chickens get the leaves and I eat the stems. And then I've put in some rows of carrot seeds and some more beetroot. And at the far end there, I've popped in a couple of butternut squashes that just desperately needed to get into the ground. This isn't complete as yet. I've put this round as a guide for me. This will get finished when my back is better. I'm back to picking beans again this morning. I like to get them when they're not too big. These will just get sliced up and we'll use them for lunch. The strawberry plants that I cut back last week to try and rejuvenate them, well, they are being rejuvenated without a doubt. In fact, this looks like it's working so well, I think I'm going to cut the rest of them back. I had only done half of them to see how we got on, but because I didn't want to lose the entire crop. But this is looking pretty good, so I will cut back all the others, give them a chance to rejuvenate, see if we get a second crop in September. During our live chat on Sunday, Lizelle asked how the animals were coping with all the heat, and the answer to that is some of them are coping better than others. This morning we've moved the little turkey's house to the far end of Big White's field, where we've put the big run for them. So they've now got their house and run, but it's got an extension of a very big run attached to it. So it's about 13 feet long and 3 feet wide. So they've got a lot more space now, and there's also more shadow being cast in the run for them, so that's better. Here we go, turkey lurkies. Here we go. Let's give you an extra water container. There you go, darlings. There you are. The birds are struggling. They spend a lot of the day finding some shade, which for the birds over by the piggery is easy because those very big trees cast a lot of shade. Big Whitesfield, on the other hand, there's very little shade here. You alright there, boy? So they're standing under the couple of trees that are in here, and they're also quite sensibly going inside into the palace where it's in full shade, and spending a lot of time in there. The ducks are spending their days under the trees in the shade, and then mid to late afternoon I come out and give them a shower, just spray a bit of the hose for them to stand under and cool off again, and then as the sun starts going down they're cooling off in their pond. So the ducks seem to be doing alright. It's that lovely. Monty is spending most of his days either lying under the van in the shade or just finding a shady spot. Whenever there's a breeze, you can see him lifts his head up and just catches the breeze. Humans, on the other hand, well, we're just sweating our way through the day, and obviously, just as the animals are, we're drinking lots, we're staying in the shade, and we're doing our activity, our hard work, early morning and late evening. Well, that's it for me today. Later on this afternoon, Mr. J and I are heading out to go and have a cup of tea and a catch up with Ginger and Rob from the channel Keto in the UK. And so, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one. And I also hope you'll join me again tomorrow.